All right, we are live. As far as I know, I'm going to check my channel just to make sure that we are live.
Fun. We're live.
All right, we are? All right, let's go. Yes, we are. All righty. So, how you guys doing today?
Doing a good, man. Bet yourself, bro.
Doing fine, about as well as you can do in this town. But yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you, Kennedy?
I am absolutely fantastic.
Sweet.
I'm a head in a jar on the moon.
I think we all are, man. All right. Well, I don't know if the viewers know what we're going to do today, but it's basically the same thing we did last time. We're going to get on and we're going to watch some videos. Last time we did Flat Earth. Today we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to start off with reptiles, move into chemtrails, and hopefully get ourselves into the moon landing. And maybe some other stuff if we can. How's that sound?
Fantastic.
Awesome, bro.
I'm stoked.
All right, let me get it to where the viewers can see. What we're going to be watching here. All right, there we go. So, today I figured we'd start off with some shapeshifters. We've got an introduction to what shapeshifters are right here that we'll check out.
18 feet tall, the undisputed self-appointed rulers of the local 52-star cluster. Extremely aggressive, intelligent, and telepathic. They have the ability to read and control minds with hypnosis. The Alpha Draco are the original source of every dragon myth on Earth and the original demon and royal inspirations. Earth is one of many foreign planets in the Draconian Empire. Over 1 million humans are taken off planet for trade, slavery, and combat every year. Human men are used as soldiers in the Draco army or laborers in off-world mines. Female humans are used for sex slaves or breeding programs all across the galaxy. Humans are considered good engineers and excellent source of food. Conqueror and ruler of many other reptilian races, the White Alpha Draconians have upgraded themselves with DNA manipulation through multiple conquests of worlds. Their biology is completely invested with nanotechnology. They can add one down their back and show complete submission and meaning and consider themselves the highest royal rulers in their reptilian caste system. They love to absorb the human fear and suffering emotion known as loosh and drink human adrenochrome. One draconian prime can feast on an entire flock of geese in one sitting. They control the alien Orion group.
Jesus Christ.
Dark Fleet. They've controlled
I think we need to pause this for a second.
their secret societies since before Babylon. Their human control sphere includes
Yeah.
Where do we start?
There's so much packed into that.
It's like the script to the worst sci-fi movie ever.
I was gonna say, I remember this one. This is the original miniseries. Like, yeah, it's Plan 9 from outer space. It's every bad sci-fi movie ever, and some good sci-fi movies.
Yeah, it's something. I thought it would be a good introduction for those who don't realize what these guys actually are, what the reptilians are.
Have they? I've been like trying my best to gather every word, but have they actually said anything about shapeshifting yet?
I don't think they have. I think the entire
at the start they did.
At the start, okay.
Okay, because I think the script is in the background.
Yeah, I noticed that, but it's not very easy to read.
No, it is not. It's not very easy to hear. It's kind of quiet too.
Yeah, whatever. I assume that sounds like text to speech to me. It doesn't sound like someone actually recording.
You know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
It reminds me of Death Hath Brought You.
Okay. All right. I had to take a moment to absorb the crazy. I think I'm ready to keep going now.
Oh, yeah.
If we have to.
We may have just done it at the same time as someone else tried to.
Oh, I think I did it. Wait, let me click it.
Good.
Oh, I click play. There we go. Come on. There we go.
Such groups.
I'm not seeing it. Maybe. Okay, I paused it, so I have to play it again, I think.
Oh. It's playing on my screen.
Chinese.
Queen
Yeah, same
Elizabeth.
here. Oh, Queen Elizabeth.
The Nazis in
Wow.
1933 were offered the same trade deal, human trafficking for technology, as the Americans were in 1947. Both countries took the deal. The Draco satellites in Earth orbit send a constant signal to keep human brains docile, while invisible Draco ships drop nerve gas on populated cities. If any one group of humans starts to expose the truth of the draconian power structure, chemical trails will be airdropped.
The Nazis.
Underground military bases, national parks, lunar bases, Mars satellites, NASA and sea bases are draconian supervised. The draconian motto: we have all your bases. You are our slaves.
Alright, so we are draconian slaves.
Wow. All right. So
Okay.
it's interesting to me how many of these conspiracies end up boiling down to like fear of some sort of upcoming event.
Yeah.
Like it essentially becomes at that point to me no different than the guy on the street with the sign that says the end is nigh. Yes, yes,
Well,
Auntie.
it's the end is here, or I don't know what we just watched. To be honest, my head hurts.
That was something else. So did I hear him correctly? The Nazis were offered this deal and they took it as well. This human trafficking for the reptiles deal.
I believe that's what it said in 1933. I think in 1947 the Soviets took the same deal. If I heard that correctly.
Okay, because I was going to say when they first brought up the Nazis, I thought they were going to say that the Nazis resisted them, and I was going to be like, okay, this is going in a really bad direction.
All right.
Not the case.
So, our first shapeshifter. This one actually. Something
Okay,
I thought this one was kind of interesting. Watch carefully. Did you see what happened?
No.
It's not letting me pause. Come on, let me pause. Alright. Here, I'm just gonna move it back. I moved it back to the beginning, alright? Watch inside this yellow circle.
It's not at the beginning for me.
Oh, okay.
That's the one at first.
Let's see.
Did it just go back?
Yeah, I went back.
Okay, I seem to have some kind of master control.
Okay, looks like you have the control. Got it. Watch inside this little yellow circle right here, right?
Yeah.
Right now.
Okay. Yeah, that was interesting.
That's some good filmmaking.
Yeah. Oh, see, but then they ruined it with like cheap, dime store contact lenses.
Oh yeah, pause it. Alright.
Damn it. We keep pausing, unpausing again.
Yeah, you pause it.
Shit, when I pause it unpauses it immediately.
Same
God damn
here.
it.
Alright, I guess we have to go just finish it. But yeah. I thought that was a neat little effect they threw in. I wonder how many people actually believed that.
Well, you can never put a cap on what people will believe. I used to think you could, but I don't think you can.
No.
Hans thinks gorillas are fake, for fuck's sake. Like,
Good point.
or he's the world's greatest Poe. I don't know.
I think he's the world's greatest Poe, man. I am convinced that man is.
Could be. Very well could be.
I don't know anymore when it comes to these people. I mean, some of the shit I've heard come out of people's mouths, and they believe that they're telling the truth. I weep for humanity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible sometimes. Like, even like Why You Are an Idiot. You guys both saw my debate with him, right?
Oh yeah.
I have not, man. I don't think I have.
Long and awful.
Is it?
It's long and awful. You don't need to, but
I thought you had a
there
bunch
were-
of people like not debate you, like skip out on you.
I've had a number, yeah. Actually, Why You Are an Idiot is the only one who's come in properly. I have another who says he's ready and he was making excuses for last time, but I'm not inclined to trust him. But we'll see. But that debate, there were several points in it where Why You Are an Idiot was like super emotional and seemed really attached to these ideas that he had. Like, I told him YouTube is not a credible source, and he just kind of went, "Stop lying." And I'm like,
Well,
you really believe this shit, don't you?
I struggle to get that through to him that you can't just rely on YouTube. You've got to look elsewhere, and
You've got to cross-reference
don't
things.
breathe.
Yeah. It's like...
it's part of their
Sorry, go ahead.
identity.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's entirely part of their identity, and they don't want to let it go.
Yeah, they can't admit to the flaws they have, and it's mind-breaking.
Yeah.
Makes them really frustrating to talk to. Okay, so that was a neat little piece of filmmaking we saw. I'm not going to put it as anything more than that.
No, but I'll show you an even better little thing of filmmaking right here. All right, this is Lady Gaga shifting into a bird.
Shifting into
There
a
you go.
bird.
Sexist,
Sexist, like, oh. What is happening? What the fuck is this?
It's the most convincing shit ever.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it's all there. All the pieces are there. I love this title.
Yeah, no. I stumbled upon that. It was like the dude posted like 15 videos in one day, and they all have like 5 views and 1 like.
It's just like one dude and his friend.
Oh, I know, it's great. No,
I think Linda had the right idea. It was more convincing than the first video.
It was.
Yes.
No, but honestly, man, you know what's crazy to me is that I believe less people believe this shit than Flat Earth.
Oh, sure. In like reptilian shapeshifters, I'm sure, yeah.
But
To be honest, I hope so.
yeah, but in my mind, it's like I would imagine reptilian shapeshifters. I would have thought would have more believers than Flat Earth because
Just because it's such a classic.
Not that it's just such a classic, but I feel like it logically follows better than Flat Earth when you go past a scratching surface, like when you scratch past the surface. Because Flat Earth, it follows if you don't scratch the surface, if you get what I mean. Just like you can get it to follow if you don't scratch anywhere past the surface, but once you just peel back just the skin, it falls apart.
It starts falling apart. Yeah, okay. I get what you mean. Like when you're looking at it from the point of like, I don't see any curve from the ground.
Yeah,
that makes sense on its face. But then suddenly it's like there's millions of people involved. There's more being there's more deceivers than are being deceived, and it makes no sense, and there's all of this contradicting information, and yeah, it just falls to pieces.
Yeah, but when you get to stuff like Reptilian, like at least at the first thing that you tell them, they can have some sort of rebuttal. You know what I mean? Like at least they can say, oh, well, all of space is real. We did go to the moon and all these other things. Like, it requires less of a conspiracy if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it really it just involves like
Just the
high
shapeshifters.
levels of government, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not a shapeshifter, how are you supposed to know that they're a shapeshifter? But I just feel that it's more believable than Flat Earth, yet it has less believers.
That's interesting. That it seems easier to swallow, and yet flat Earth is the big thing.
Yeah. You think it's just that? You think it's because Flat Earth is just a meme at this point?
Could be. Very well could be.
Because, like, on Twitter and stuff, man, they think they're so convinced on Twitter, and it's just incredible.
Oh yeah, okay. I swear the craziest of the crazy flat earthers are on NASA's Facebook page. It's insane.
I've never been there.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad.
Is it?
Yeah, like whoever's watching, if you have Facebook, go to NASA's page, check out the comments sections. It's a wasteland of the words CGI, of the following words: CGI, cartoon, fake, deceiver, Satanist, etc. It's all there. Just all the buzzwords. And you'll ask them a point blank simple question and they'll respond with more buzzwords. And it's like, there's a fundamental disconnect in your brain. That guy, Bry416, that I made that 100 sub special about,
Yeah.
he came back to my comments recently and wrote a novel that I didn't read. And
Did you grade it?
then, hell no.
You gotta grade it.
I read like, I should maybe do like an in-depth literary analysis of it, because it's literally a story that he tells to make a really convoluted point. But I ended up arguing with him, and I wasn't really arguing. I wasn't trying. I said, Bri, I bet you and I could have a conversation over a beer. What do you think about that? And he just pasted more rambling nonsense. And I was like, well, maybe not a beer. How about a milkshake? Do you like milkshakes? No. Same shit. And then I asked him, okay, let me try something here. Bri, is the sky blue? And he responded with more nonsense. And I was like, you're incapable of taking in information. There's something broke in your brain.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. The one that gets on my nerve is, have you guys stumbled upon the guy straight out of Flat Earth
No,
on Twitter?
on Twitter. I'll check him out.
That guy,
Possibly.
he's got some weird thing where I actually can't respond to him, but I can see all of his tweets. But he doesn't have me like blocked or anything. It just says that the tweet failed to send or something.
Weird.
It's a conspiracy.
Dude, it really is. It really
Twitter
fucking is. But he's always in my feed, and it's so annoying because he's like, here it is, the flat earther. That's what he is.
The flat earther.
Yeah, at the flat earther with 2 R's in the end. The guy is, what I don't like about him is that he takes flat earth and he tries to put it in other spheres. Like, if some controversy happens somewhere, he tries to compare it to flat earth and act as if flat earth is right. And it's so annoying in my mind that it just speaks to me that these people think that they're the oppressed. If that makes it right. They think that they're being oppressed. They think that people actually care about them in the real world, and no one does.
Oh yeah, it's something Leah's Logic said recently. I want to shout out Leah's Logic channel. Someone find her channel link and put it in the chat, because she had this great piece about how flat earthers need to have someone in control, it makes their life, because their lives are so out of control, it makes them feel better to know or to believe that there is some big faceless they who's controlling their life. And like, yeah, they need that. They need the conspiracy to be true because it makes them feel safe and secure. And that's fucked.
Yeah, it's I mean, so many of these people, like, you saw how sad Mark Sargent's life is in the documentary.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
His mom is so nice to him. She does not deserve him.
No, I mean, I don't want to say that he's like mean to his mom because he wasn't. He wasn't mean to his mom, but move out of the house, man.
Yeah.
Like,
See.
move out of the basement. Give your mom a break. Like, I feel bad
You're
for
like,
her.
you're like 45, man. Like, well, no, I don't know how old he is, but he looks fucking old.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine he's up there, and it's just, I hate to say it, but I feel like your mom would be not proud if you're, like, if I was a parent and my son was famous for believing in conspiracy theory, living in my basement, and can't get a date to save his life, I would think he's a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I just Googled it. Mark Sargent is 54 years old.
fuck.
Good God.
Jesus.
Oh, man. All right, let's get on to the next video. We
All right.
have Reptilians
What?
Classified.
I have to amend that. It looks like this got confused with a professional rugby player named Mark Sargent.
Oh.
But it shows the Flat Earth Mark Sargent's picture. It shows that one of him punching the globe. That's hilarious. So I don't know how old Mark Sargent is, but let's go.
All right, this is Reptilians Classified. This is like 30 seconds, I believe.
Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill.
Oh yeah, this one's
Said
actually
bill
kind of
requests
creepy.
emergency response funding up to and including, I'm sorry, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strength. Should event occur in urban areas, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified body disposal actions shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your votes.
I just got it, guys.
What?
So I was doing some Googling while that was on.
Yeah.
If you replay that, you will notice that that's not on C-SPAN. There's no C. It's the logo for the Onion.
Okay.
This is all satirical.
Okay. Because this was from a channel that believed in it.
Yeah.
So is this a dude who fell for it?
I think so. I don't
awesome.
know. I looked it up
It's a
and found it on
great parody. It's a fantastic parody.
It's great because you're right. It is creepy. Like the idea of that being in like the public sphere of saying all of that and the placement of the word classified was very clever.
And I noticed that it was the
classified.
Onion's logo on the bottom of it. when I found the video. Like, I didn't think it was real, but I did see how creepy it was, and I could easily see how this would convince somebody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's hilarious. Snopes has an entire section on The Onion. It looks like they may frequently get confused for real videos.
Oh, dude, did you see where Tesla fell for him? That Tesla 2.0 guy?
No.
On Twitter, Tesla 2.0 about in like December fell for the Onion, tweeted out an Onion video that said Onion News Network on it. And he said, "This is sad where our country is going."
Brilliant.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. Like, it was one of the greatest things ever.
Like, that... Is it just me, or is that the sign of a world going crazy when satire becomes nearly indistinguishable from real life? But at the moment, it's really only happening to crazy people. You know, they're the only ones mistaking satire for real life. I think for most people, it's fairly obvious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I hadn't saw that Onion logo, I might not have gotten it. Although, actually, that's not true, because what I did was I Googled Rep. John Haller, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
To just find that. And the first thing was Snopes. Did Representative John Haller say this at a C-SPAN broadcast? No. And had all the details there. And as soon as I saw the Onion in the paragraph, I just looked down at the logo and I was like, oh, now this all makes sense.
But I mean, if you don't do that one Google search, which is amazing how little people actually do it. I didn't even do it, but in my defense, I scrabbled together these videos real quick at the end of my work. So, but if you don't even do that one Google search, there's so much misinformation out there.
Oh yeah.
Just like this.
I'm curious. I'm gonna quickly open this video up on YouTube proper. I want to see if there's any comments on this.
Oh, did you find it?
You're about to walk into the world of crazy.
Top Sergeant. Yeah, definitely Onion News.
Okay. Cool.
Did I say Top Sergeant? I meant top comment because the person's name is India Sergeant. I got confused.
Mark's getting in your head, buddy. He's getting in your head.
It's Mark Sargent derangement syndrome.
Oh man.
That's the reptilian mind control getting in you.
Yeah.
That was not a sentence that came out nicely.
Let's see here. All right. I got a couple videos on chemtrails. Now, I can't find hardly any videos on chemtrails, by the way, because every single one of them is the exact same thing. It's just them pointing a camera at the sky. Yeah.
And just going, look, chemtrails, and the rest of the world's like, no.
We're the evil clouds.
Like, in my mind, this is the one that follows the least out of all of them.
All right.
This is the one that I don't understand the most. It's just, they're so odd. Like, why? This is the one that doesn't pass the why question, the why test at all. I don't understand the chemtrails and why people believe this.
Well, I understand the why in the sense that people love to believe the government's out to get them.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem with chemtrails to me is if I'm at 36,000 feet and spray some poison gas everywhere, it's going to land, you know, I'm in Kingston. It's going to land in Toronto, a 3-hour drive away.
Yeah.
It's just it's the worst delivery method.
If it lands at all.
Right. If it doesn't just get carried away in a draft.
You guys have chemtrails down there in New Zealand, Auntie?
Oh, I've recently done a video on 2 fucking chemtrailers. That was the Civil War one that I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to say, I remember watching a video recently where someone was pointing out how they were deliberately zooming in and out to yeah, that was you. And one thing I want to point out, that person, was that Pratt?
No, that wasn't Pratt. That was the second guy was that
Okay.
Yuri done. Bastard and chose for the easiest person.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is there an easiest though?
The easiest to sit through. At least I find Pratt to be at least somewhat entertaining because he's so convinced he's right. The rest, impossible.
Yeah.
It's just, but like, here, I'll play the video. This is it's called "This is for Chemtrail Skeptics."
All right. Okay, well, this does indeed switch it up in that it relies more on a coincidental pattern instead of just look at the sky.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, that's the only one that I found that wasn't just that. Like,
Yeah.
A bunch of look evil clouds.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? That Simpsons joke where Grandpa wants to get his license taken and he says, "Can't you use this recent photo?" And it's a newspaper clipping that says "Old man yells at sky." No, "Old man yells at cloud."
Oh, I need to get that clip from. Should be the new anti-fucking chemtrail logo.
Oh, Dave, you're not wrong. That actually would be pretty good.
Yeah, Photoshop out the cloud and just replace it with a chemtrail.
You wouldn't even need to, because some of these people literally are pointing at clouds saying, "Look, this is what they've done," and it's just a fucking cloud.
Right. Yeah.
So you happen to pass by it.
You showed one where somebody said that these clouds like this didn't exist when I was a kid. And the first thing I did was look up what type of cloud those were. First of all, they're altocumulus clouds, and they're not precipitation clouds, so they have nothing to do with rain. And the first thing I found was a artistic depiction of these clouds from 1861.
As I was looking at them, and I was like, "Oh, should I? They're so easy pickings." I was like, "Oh,
man, dude, those hot air balloons.
What?
Hot air balloons.
Those hot air balloons leaving chemtrails everywhere.
Are these also the satellite balloons?
Yeah. Did we have satellites in 1861? I guess we did.
The ISS is actually a chemtrailing.
Because he doesn't know what it is, but he's absolutely certain of what it is.
Oh my god, that was fucking infuriating. I love bringing up the ISS with Flurfs because it's so ironclad, you know, like
it's so obvious.
Everyone can see it. Everyone can see it everywhere, all the time. Every argument against it is completely debunked. Like my favorite is when they do the whole. Inside the ISS, the footage is just from stuff like the Vomit Comet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, 50-minute interview.
Yeah, that's a plummeting plane for a long ass fucking time.
Like,
Yeah.
that plane would quite literally have to be in space to pull that off.
It's just, I love the ones that like clip out just like a little bit, like 2 seconds of video of them like looking like it's pulling on a string, or a glitch, like a broadcasting glitch. And everything I can think of about it is just your brain goes instantly from, oh, that can be literally anything, to massive conspiracy that covers the entire Earth.
Right.
And that's not even a straw man. That's literally what their brain does. It jumps from, there was a glitch on a broadcast from space. Obviously, space is fake.
Right. They don't even consider that it could just be a technical difficulty.
Or a glitch in the broadcast. How often were they at home? Like, because these guys, most of these guys are old enough to know analog TV. Like, if a cloud went over your place, all of a sudden, like the place got a little stormy. All of a sudden, you'd have these exact same glitches.
Yeah.
These glitches happen all the time. If I watch a football game, the same glitch happens.
If anything, they probably happened more back then because TV technology is only getting better.
Yeah. It's just astonishing to me. Another good one that I love are the people who are like, this is one that like one of the memes that gets posted out is, how did President Nixon call the guys on a landline to the moon? Like, have you never heard of?
Oh my god.
You guys
still
there? Yeah, you there?
Yeah,
You,
Did I break up a little bit?
You sound good now.
Okay, good. No, but it's like, have you never heard of just putting someone through?
Like a conference call? Is that a concept that doesn't exist to you? Like, it was mind blowing. I saw that a long time ago when Odd Reality claimed that. He was
Odd Reality gets on my nerves, man.
Oh, he's brutal. But he made that claim. He goes, President Nixon couldn't talk to them on the moon because the moon is supposedly 238,000 miles away. And I'm like, right. Did you think that people were believing that Nixon had a phone line that went all the way to the moon? Like, is that how it works in your head?
Cable went the whole way.
Yeah. Like, that's how we got to the moon. There's just a cable. There's a big long phone line that everybody pulls on until they get to the moon.
Oddly enough, not an inefficient way to get to the moon.
I was thinking about that. It's kind of space elevator-y now that I think about it.
Yeah, all you got to do is just yank on it a couple of times, get your speed up, and just drift the rest of the way.
Yeah, like you yank on it once, and then you just sit there and like eat chips.
All right, next video. Owen Benjamin talks about chemtrails.
I have no idea who Owen Benjamin is.
I don't either. But this was one of the newest videos on chemtrails. It's not just somebody sticking video at the sky. I have not watched it. I have not vetted this. So I've got no idea what's about to happen.
Trust your instincts, but every now and then, if you really trust
Okay, that
someone,
is extremely quiet.
Have a healthy distrust. Magenta doesn't exist. Okay, so that's why I'm enjoying the flat Earth conversation, because everything appears that we're in a dome. All the NASA lies, the fact we can't register movement of the Earth at all.
Y'all can't hear it, can you?
Registered gravity is never been recreated.
I can hear it. It's a little quiet, but I can hear it.
You know, the amount of curvature would mean that lighthouses wouldn't work, all that stuff. That being said, I still think it's a globe for some reason. You know, and that's why this is fun, because if I'm wrong, my kids don't die. If I'm wrong, I didn't disgrace my nation or God or my wife. You know, this is fun.
No,
so
you did.
I really hope that helps people understand some of these conspiracy theories. Look up at the sky. Like, those things aren't just normal jet paths. When people say flyover state, you know the #1 flyover state? Virginia. The most planes in the country fly over Virginia because of the density of airports and where it is in the country.
And?
So you would think that would have the most amount of what I believe to be chemtrails, it doesn't at all. And it doesn't make any sense. I have no idea what they're spraying. There's a lot of hypotheses. It could be anything from trying to create cloud cover to fight invisible global warming, or just trying to bum people out with clouds, or get rid of something, or it could be as nefarious as aluminum to create, all these diseases. I don't know. All I know is what I see. And that, to me, is obvious. You'll see two planes flying next to each other. One has a giant stream, another doesn't. When people say stuff like, oh, well, that's what happens with that temperature, with gasoline and stuff, you're like, you're lying to yourself.
No, dumbass, distance.
I don't have the confidence to say, like, that you're lying to yourself, or like the people who say the Earth is a globe are liars or shills or whatever, because it's so preposterous and the lie would be so big that I have a magenta feeling. I have a me and Amy in an argument feeling. I have a feeling where a little part of me says, hold up, debate it, think about it, have fun with it, but take your time, And so, yeah, let's talk about John Wick. Oh, real quick, though, a couple more announcements.
It ends there?
Yeah, I guess it does.
All right. Well, screw the other announcements because that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Like, my favorite part of that was when he pointed out that it makes no sense that Virginia doesn't have the most chemtrails, and just left that there like that was a point after saying it doesn't make any sense.
Like,
and it's like, have you ever considered that not making any sense could be a sign of something?
yeah. I don't know, man. I can't come up with any. I can't even talk about that. Like, what?
What do you got, Auntie?
So the most accurate thing he said then was when he said he didn't know. You
You're
could have just left it at that, and it would have been fine.
Yeah, he did admit to ignorance a little bit, which I can admire, if not respect.
But he told the guys, take your time. Take your time. He never said that he didn't believe it. He didn't say that you should stray away from it. He just said, take your time in researching it.
Yeah, which is a fair statement.
It is.
But it's clear that he hasn't done that himself.
No. Wait.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have been bothered jumping on YouTube making an idiot of himself.
Yeah.
It seems a lot of people do that. I mean, we're doing that, but that's different.
Well, we're learning as we do it. They're regurgitating while they do it.
Yeah. But the guy's like the point about Virginia, what even was it?
That it doesn't make sense. that it makes no sense.
And
that
that's
Virginia
where he leaves it.
doesn't have the most chemtrails.
He makes no attempt to figure out why. The question why it has the most never appears in his brain.
Right. Yeah.
If it doesn't make sense to him,
I don't know why he mentioned that.
Like, if it doesn't make sense to him, then it must not make sense to anybody.
Right.
That's narcissism.
And I can't figure out how he tried to not spin that as a negative. Like he took this very just, I'm going to put that out there. That doesn't make sense. And that's like a point to him, but it's not. That was completely nonsensical.
I mean, the whole idea, whenever any conspiracy theorists, and this is about all of them, do the whole doesn't make sense to me thing. In my mind, it's just narcissism.
Oh yeah.
It's just if it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't make sense to anybody. If I can't understand it, no one can understand it, and it doesn't make sense. That's what it is.
It's which fallacy is that? Argument from incredulity?
Yeah, incredulity.
Yeah. And that's the fundamental argument is I don't get it, but it doesn't make sense to me, so it's not real.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Huh. Was that the end of the playlist?
No, we got one more here, and then I can find some more pretty easily. But we got one more here, and then we'll go searching for the moon landings. But this is how to remove chemtrails.
How to
these are always
remove
good.
chemtrails.
Yeah, this
Well,
one.
I'm gonna get spray.
This is a good little break for us.
This is the worst chem disaster spraying I've ever seen. There's too much for anyone to combat all at once.
Oh, it's terrible.
Hey everybody out there in the internet land, I'm here with my crystal, the Archangel Michael sword, to bring more truth to the mainstream about the power of our prayers and our consciousness when we're in an expanded state. So here I am, expressing as much positivity and love as I can. Even though the skies are destroyed, worse than we've ever seen before, I'm going to clear this mess with the power of mind over matter, amplified, and this is what the earth wants me to do. It's shamanism, to connect with the spirit world, asking the spirit to the sky to clear this chemtrail mess. If there is any biohazardous chemicals in the atmosphere, may they be cleared once and for all. Aho! Aho!
There's nothing in the sky other than the moon, bud.
Oh, wow.
We killed it.
Oh, they're all gone. Okay. I want to take that footage and make a short film out of it. I want to add special effects to that.
The camera work is amazing.
Oh my, just.
That was fantastic.
Oh,
Fuck, it's gonna kill me. Oh shit.
Okay, this guy. What? Go ahead.
The other ones where they point the crystal at them and they talk about think really hard, but not those much cinematics to it. That was just fantastic.
I noticed this next one here, full-length Texas Road Exorcism movie. Jesus Christ. And it's that same damn crystal.
Hey, that is some powerful crystals.
oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is.
Fuck, my eyes are watering now. Jeez.
It's going on my watch later.
Fuck, that was good.
Let's go into Let's go into Moon Truth. See if we can find any good ones in here. You got it. To find the good ones, you got to go into upload date. I don't know what a good search is for Moon Truthers.
Moon hoax proof.
All right. Because I figured maybe the word truth would help, but it doesn't really.
Yeah, with Moon Truthers, it doesn't seem they're moon hoaxers. They center around that word, hoax, fake, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's more like 9/11 truthers do the truth thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, is there anything in the last month? Yeah, here we go. Moon hoax. That's an hour and 25. No. All right, here we go. Proof moon landing is fake. Minute 54. 1 month ago, 7 views.
Perfect. Pop that in there.
That's exactly what I'm about to do. Here we go.
Today I'm going to be disproving the moon landing just by one simple sign that these idiots left in the video. Ready? Just one little sign can disprove the moon landing.
Thank you.
That's right. So that is sound, and as I learned in class, in science class, There's no sound in space. And since there's no
Am I being punked?
oxygen either in the moon, there's nothing
What the hell is this?
for the
I
sound
can't pause
to
it.
transfer through.
There we go. It's paused.
Oh my good God.
I apologize for your ears.
Am I being punked?
I don't know.
There's no way anyone can put out that audio thinking it sounds good. That has to be a joke, right?
I have to agree with you, man. Like, I
Okay.
gotta agree with you on that.
I can't imagine anyone putting that out not knowing what it sounds like.
I feel like people... It has to, because you gotta be going for that. You know?
Yeah. That's like parody level of like leaning into the mic, blowing into the thing, and like lip sounds as he like, you know, between sentences, and that was awful.
Yeah, it really was. Let's see.
If it was on purpose, I have to say I salute them. I get what they were going for, but I give it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Even that's generous.
It was torturous, but if that was the goal, I respect that.
I think the goal they were going for was to make that the radio sound, the distorted,
Which, by the way,
return audio.
it's the high pass filter. It's very simple and easy to do.
Yeah. All right. This is going to be for you, Kennedy.
You remember?
Let's see. There we go. Got to get it paused. It won't pause. There we go.
I think I just figured out the pause issue.
What is it?
Have you been clicking on the video screen to pause it?
No.
Well, it pauses and then plays when I click the video, but if I click the actual play button, it pauses properly.
Huh.
Anyway, so okay,
right,
where's the video of the astronauts taking off their moon suits after they docked with the orbiting CSM? Where's the video showing them exiting from the LEM and going down the ladder, or going up the ladder and into the LEM?
What?
All right.
Why do we need to pick a video of them putting a helmet on?
Because the conspiracy theorists want it, and if they are not doing what the conspiracy theorists want, then it's proof that they're hiding something.
Like,
I think this was my very first thing in 7 Stupid Things Flat Earthers Do, which was assuming NASA's objectives match their own.
yeah. It's
like my first debate opponent said, why haven't they put a camera on a satellite when it launches so we can see it go all the way into space and point back? And I'm like, why should they? And he goes, because people want it. And I'm like, yeah, people like you. Nobody cares about you. NASA doesn't care about you. They're busy being in fucking space.
no one needs a camera pointed on the moon. Like, that's not something that the public is asking. That isn't something that Congress wants. That isn't something that anyone really wants other than neutrals.
You sound far away or underwater.
Sorry. How about now? How do I sound now?
Better.
All right. It's something that no one wants. It's not something that Congress is trying to get. That's not something that anyone has wanted ever, except for moon truthers and flat earthers. It's insane.
Well, here's the interesting thing. The interest for that must have existed at some point because there was Dish Earth. Do you guys remember Dish Earth?
Yes.
So that went offline in 2009. Why? Because nobody was fucking watching it. Like, And that's why this shit doesn't exist now, because there's not enough public interest.
I mean, yeah. But it's just...
And despite that, what they give us, the people who are interested, is enough to prove that it's not fake.
Yeah. Like people like us, it's just... Because you only need so little.
Oh, yeah.
The thing about the flat Earth is, here's the thing. With the globe Earth, sure, you can prove everything NASA has ever done is fake, but you still haven't proved that the Earth is flat.
Correct.
You can prove that all satellites are fake. Everything that you can tell us, that you can prove that every single scientist is a shill, every single scientist is lying to us. You can tell us all of that, but you still have not proved that the Earth is flat.
Yep, correct.
We can go in and we can just say, hey, this flight can't make it from Australia to South Africa on that map of yours. Or if the Earth is flat in any
favorite
way.
one. That's my favorite one. The Sydney to Chile route.
Yeah.
Which a plane would have to go twice the speed of sound to make on a flat Earth.
Or even just an equatorial mount on a telescope. That's my favorite one.
That's a really good one too.
Just that one little thing proves that the Earth is at least not flat.
And there's so many of those. I love that it seems like everyone has their favorite go-to for proving the Earth isn't flat.
Yeah.
Like I'd say mine is probably the pressure gradient. I think that's one's fucking. It's a simple question that I want to ask all flat earthers, and I never. Sorry.
Actually, I don't like that one. Actually.
Why is that?
Because I think if a flat earther had any sense with them, he would also say that the pressure gradient is real and that there's a vacuum at the top of the dome.
And the vacuum is what?
At the top of the dome. If any flat earther was worth their cent and actually had a critical thought, but based their thought on the fact that there was a dome of some sort, they would also agree, they would have to agree that there is a vacuum at the top of the dome.
Yeah.
They would have to.
If they were intelligent enough, because that's the question I want to ask them, and I never get an honest answer. What you just gave me is an honest answer to this question, but I've never gotten one.
Yeah.
It is a fact that the air gets thinner the higher you go. So where does that stop and why? At the firmament, because vacuum is a great excuse.
Like, they always say, oh, it stops at the firmament. Okay, what if the firmament was taller? Let's theoretically say that there's a firmament and that neither one of us know how high this firmament is.
Right.
Well, if the firmament were to stop the air below the point of a vacuum, okay, there is no vacuum. But if it were to keep going up, then the vacuum would just naturally form, and then we'd have a firmament above a vacuum. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But no flat earther ever makes that argument because they're so hung up on, oh, there can't be a vacuum next to a pressure gradient. They're so hung up on that they don't realize that they actually have an argument that they could make that's more intelligent than the one that they're currently making.
I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting out quite a bit. I'm catching like 70% of what you're saying.
Yeah, same.
Oh man, let me check. Let me see how I'm coming through on the live stream real quick. All right, so I seem to be coming through on the live stream pretty well.
Okay. Then I won't worry too bad about it because I'm getting most of it.
All right, cool.
Auntie, you've been quiet. What's your go-to? The Earth is definitely a globe.
I don't really have one, so to speak. I mean, it's a globe. Everything points to it being a globe. So I don't really have a go-to. It's
Fair
just,
enough. It's just everything.
Is your
Jim
go-to
Bojo
just like
asked me that recently.
is your go-to just like point and just go look at that?
Yeah, but
You can practically do that.
I know.
Like at a certain time, if I were arguing with a flat earther on the street at a certain time of day, I could literally point to the clouds and they'd be underlit, and I could say that is proof that we live on a globe.
yeah, I can go to the bottom of the North Island, point to the South Island, and be like, "Cool, I can see the top of those mountains, but not the bottom of them."
Perfect.
Yeah.
I can see the Inter-Islander disappear, bottom up.
I love it when they
Mount
share.
Zoom is going to get that.
I love it when they share a video or a picture. It is supposedly of the flat horizon or whatnot, but there's a cloud cut off by the horizon.
That's brilliant.
It's like the cloud can't be cut off by the horizon if there is a horizon.
And like, yeah, you can't spin it like, oh, the cloud's just disappearing in the distance. No, there's a hard line ending it.
Yeah. Like, just look at the image you're sharing, man.
It reminds me of someone in a debate with Reds brought forth the dog cam hotspot footage. If you've seen that, where it looks like a local sun, but it's just sunlight bouncing off the earth and back up to the cloud.
Yeah, where they're flying over the clouds.
Yeah, and Reds takes a look at that and he's like, okay, so I'm going to be honest, I can't explain that hotspot, but here's something you can't explain. The earth is fucking curved in that image.
Reds. Yeah, some fucking cool comebacks.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, I love watching that guy.
Shall we continue with the $6 million men?
Yeah, let's see. I got a yeah, we'll continue with this video. I got one loaded up.
All right. I am going to start playing again.
Coming forward with the side stick. All looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Amber 3. Get your pitch to 0. Pitch is out. I can't hold altitude. Correction. Alpha hold is off. Trip selected emergency. Flight comm. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Steve Austin, astronaut. A man barely alive.
I'm going to report this video for copyright.
Technology. We can make him.
Great animation.
Top notch. That's like some N64 graphics.
Stage, and the ability of the flight crew to perform the numerous and complex tasks involved. Another factor is the tracking ability of the ground support.
Okay. Let's take a moment and analyze this without the talking in the background.
Yeah.
So, okay, take a good look at the NASA animation of the astronauts in their pressure suits inside the LEM, and particularly at the 4 cords holding them in place. Why is there no video showing this for the real moon landings? What does that mean? Why is there no video showing this? Showing what? The 4 cords? Okay, I think there's...
Is he talking about the seat belts?
Possibly, because it's like a cross seatbelt, right? Like 4 straps.
Yeah, it'd be a 4-point seatbelt.
Yeah, that connects in the center, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm guessing there's upcoming footage to go with this.
I agree. Play.
So,
System.
Let's go.
Ground-based computers transmitting through the ground support system supply fresh information to the computers carried on board the lunar and command modules.
That text formatting.
The only time contact with either module will be interrupted is when that module is behind the moon.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. These cords right there on his hip.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's literally talking about the seatbelts.
Yeah. Because, yeah, you can see that it's connected to the back of the seatbelt.
He's asking,
Jesus.
why do we not see seatbelts?
Well, okay, so is his argument the real moon landing doesn't look like this concept art, therefore it's fake?
What it sounds like.
Like, where is this animation even from? This looks like fan art.
This is like, dude, I've been through hours and hours and hours of NASA footage, and my roommate can account to that. And that how much NASA footage I've gone through and different animations and everything like that. I've got them saved in my hard drive. I have never seen any of these images before.
Not one.
I've never seen them.
Auntie, what do you got?
And like, even if these images were real and they were used by NASA to explain what happens, they are just of what a concept of what could happen. If that's the case, then half the cars on the road must be fake because they don't look anything like the concepts. Where the fuck's this guy going with us?
Yeah. This reminds me of like someone complaining about a video game not being like the demo at E3.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's like.
All right, so let's see what the rest of it is if he eventually gets to a valid point or not.
All right.
You have 20 seconds to go.
I doubt it.
In order to understand the nature of this rendezvous, it is necessary to understand basic concepts and terminology involved. For instance, the command module is in orbit about the moon.
I don't know if everybody else can hear it, but the video is echoing in someone's mic.
Oh, I wonder if it's mine. All right, let me do a sound test for everybody real quick.
Yep.
Everyone count to 3. Auntie first.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Kennedy.
1, 2, 3.
Everyone sounds good on my end.
Okay, maybe it's just on my version in that case.
All right.
All right.
Finish the
2 more
video.
seconds to go.
Right.
I don't want to read that shit.
No.
The lunar module is in a lower orbit. If we draw a line from the lunar module to the center of the moon,
There's no point.
There was no argument being made there.
None.
How do you debug nothing?
The point of this whole video was that the concept arts didn't match what the Apollo missions eventually looked like.
Yeah. Like, and?
Well, the fact that the LEM was quite fragile. I mean, it was built to be lightweight.
Yeah. And I mean, they confuse that a lot, that the LEM is lightweight, but very strong. Like, have you ever seen an image of the layers of the shielding?
Yeah, it's not like it's what they say, tarpaulin and fucking tent pegs.
Right. There's all these honeycomb layers to it. I have an image somewhere. I wonder. I don't know where I can share that.
Saying that the honeycomb doesn't work. These aircraft that New Zealand Air Force use, the wings are honeycomb. Push on one way, it crumbles. Push on the other way, it's as tough as anything.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, and it's designed to be that way to maximize the strength with the least amount of weight.
That makes perfect sense.
It does. See, we got another one here. Great. I switched to aliens because Moon Hoax has nothing. It's a death conspiracy when the only thing you find are when the only thing that you find in the conspiracy is people debunking the conspiracy and no new videos.
Is what? Sorry.
You can tell it's dead when all you find are the people debunking it and no new videos from anyone else.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm still getting only pieces of what you're saying.
Are you getting that too, Auntie?
Yeah, just getting about 70% of what comes through.
Man,
Same.
I think the problem is that the audio that's coming to you guys is going through my computer is going through my computer speaker. So Wirecast screwed up and I had to split up my speakers or my mics, not speakers, sorry. All right. Well, here Gray Aliens. How about that? Did y'all get that?
I got
aliens.
Gray Aliens.
Yeah. Ooh. Sorry. Before we do this, Jim Bojo. Yes, it is possible that Wu is dying out. We may very well finally be winning. Let's do this.
Scared dog. Good start.
Yeah. Very well behaved pupper. Ooh.
Terrible CGI.
Yeah. That was like Godzilla 97. That was bad.
You can see through him.
Oh my god, you can. That is
That's not even trying anymore.
There's no lighting. My voice has a lot of reverb. I don't know.
Yeah, your voice.
Let me know if
Your voice is the one that's echoing.
really.
Yeah, it might be on your end because, or actually, Actually, it might be on my end. I don't think we can do anything about that. I think I figured out why. We're just having to deal with the echo for a little bit.
For now, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try and figure it out for next time.
Well, when I get back home and I get to my actual desk, maybe we'll have it all fixed.
Yeah. So maybe from loose headphone earbud.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. Maybe it is just coming from my earbud. So I just put in both of my earbuds, so it should be properly muffled now. There's not even a shadow on the damn thing.
No.
Like, there's no dynamic lighting to it whatsoever. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
I don't see how anyone would be able to believe this, like this image, and think that this is a real image.
Right. It's too obviously something from a bad movie.
Well, it's one of the problems when it comes to the alien theory is that you don't get any video that's not faked.
Right.
Or at least of gray aliens. You don't get any video of gray aliens that's not faked.
It's kind of hard to get real footage of aliens, so.
But
there is some. Sorry.
So much of it's so obvious that it's faked.
Oh yeah. There is occasionally one that's all right, like almost convincing, but it's almost convincing on the same level where, like, I really enjoy watching B movies, and I'll just, I'll be sitting there watching a B movie, and they'll do some sort of practical effect where it's like, oh, that was a fake head, but that looked great, and I'm not convinced by it, but I'm going, that's neat.
Yeah, it's just the only ones that are, to me, not really convincing, but would seem convincing are the ones of the UFOs flying around, like the random lights in the sky.
Those ones are a little better.
They're way better because they're not faked. They're just misunderstood.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of the UFO thing is it's an unidentified flying object. So if you see something that is categorically a UFO, you can put that up and say UFO footage, and you're being accurate, but it doesn't mean it's aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I remember learning that when I was like 14. We had this early computer, like home family computer that came with like a binder full of games. One of them was this really intensive flight simulator where you got to fly an F-22. It was a lot of fun. But the first thing I noticed was the first mission was to divert from your patrol route and identify a UFO, which ends up being like a tourist plane.
Yeah. Speaking of UFOs, I just found a video from History Channel uploaded it just a couple of hours ago, 3 minutes long, unidentified, former defense official says UFOs are real. Don't fail me.
The History Channel.
So I saw this, and I'm pretty sure, I'm going to hold my tongue, but I'm pretty sure I know all about this and the part of it that is true.
Okay. It's only 3 minutes.
UFO threat is being exposed by this former Defense Department.
At least we get some real filmmaking here.
There are unidentified vehicles
Production value.
U.S. airspace with unknown intentions and extraordinary capabilities being encountered by U.S. military personnel. We don't know where they're from.
Chris Mellon, descendant of one of America's most influential families, oversaw the budgets for some of the military's most top-secret weapons programs. After years of working behind the scenes, he has come forward to warn the public about what he says is the UFO threat.
We know this is happening now. We know it's real.
In 2017, the New York Times exposed a secret $22 million Pentagon program that investigated incidents between UFOs and military aircraft. The article
This is true, to a degree, but it's exactly what you were saying, Blue Earth thing, that the government does do work in UFOs, but it's for potential military kind of situations. They're looking for possibly unidentified tech from other countries, and it has absolutely nothing to do with aliens.
Yeah. Don't credit me with that. I think you're the one who said that.
Oh, I thought I picked it up from you. Like you started it and then I ran with it. I don't know. But that's what this is. There is a Pentagon program to investigate UFOs for military and national security purposes, not for aliens.
In every government.
Exactly. That just makes sense to keep an eye out for unidentified stuff that other foreign nations might have. That just makes sense.
Yeah.
Saying you've got a system to identify UFOs in your airspace, that's simply just saying you have radar to detect if anyone's violating your airspace.
Exactly.
But of course, the Yanks are going to spend a fortune on it. I mean,
54% of the U.S. budget is the military.
Exactly. So
this
case is really fucking important.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. All right, let's see if they try and spin an alien narrative.
I bet they do.
Of these encounters.
Oh yeah.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
People could see for themselves evidence.
That's obviously exhaust from the plane.
Have we been technologically leapfrogged? Could it be the Russians or Chinese or someone else?
In October of 2017, the head of the UFO program, Lou Elizondo, resigned in protest of what he says was the Pentagon's disregard of overwhelming evidence of extraordinary and unexplained phenomena.
Phenomenon. They always say
joined
that.
Forces with Mellon and other former government officials to investigate and expose the UFO threat.
Is that Lindsey Graham?
The first truly authoritative, credible military information about UFOs in decades, if not ever.
We were all clamoring to get on the radio. Do you see in the water what the is that? Large enough to
That angle,
scare
though.
the shit out of me. It was so unnerving because it was so
They're
unpredictable.
playing it up like crazy.
Some of our military personnel are so concerned that they're willing to put their careers on the line to speak out about this.
The tension is
In
real.
2019, the U.S. Navy announced a new reporting process for unexplained sightings by military personnel.
Yeah,
With
and
mounting
this will be the last time I pause. That's why this is a hot topic right now, because the Pentagon did literally very recently release a statement on this. So it's become a hot topic, and alien nutters are going crazy with it.
Of course they are.
So that's the context of this. Yes, everybody. Okay, I think it should be said basically that yes, UFOs are real. They're not aliens, though. We've always known UFOs are real because it literally just means I don't know what that is yet.
You want to get technical, there were UFOs back in ancient Egypt times and they couldn't identify a bird.
Absolutely. They didn't call it that, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is garbage.
evidence. Mellon believes we are at a turning point.
Carl Sagan once famously said about UFOs, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
That globe was so
He was
CGI.
absolutely right.
You saying it was
Now
fake?
we have the proof. The question now is, will people look at the evidence and are they able to process it?
All right, it's over.
It's just going to be credits and screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They never
card. All right.
explicitly said aliens, but they used the
didn't.
word phenomenon,
Mm-hmm.
which in my mind basically means aliens, because they're trying they're trying to say paranormal here.
It's very trying to push you in that direction.
Yeah.
The next recommended video is fucking Mountain Men. Oh wait, no, that's not that bad. I got that confused momentarily with Mountain Monsters.
Oh, dude, I used to love Monster Hunter when I was a little kid.
Those shows are freaking amazing.
They were so good. Like, going back, because I watched them like when I was a little kid, so I didn't pick out any nuances, or I believed them 100%. Almost every one of them, man. And going back, I'm like, this is such bad evidence. I was going to go back recently and rewatch all of them and enjoy it. And I was like, none of this doesn't even make sense. This is all crap. Of course, there aren't little bugs that fly around the camera and it can only be seen on cameras and stuff like that. Of course, those aren't real.
Well, that reminds me of. Have you ever heard of the? Sorry, 1 second. I need to cough and I need to mute.
Auntie, you ever watch History Channel?
I haven't watched the History Channel since Ancient Aliens started appearing on it.
It's the right call.
Ancient Aliens is a fun watch if you put it in the background while you're playing video games.
If you just know that, all they're doing is just talking nonsense, it can actually be quite funny, but
yeah,
fucking days.
It is entertaining, but it's also kind of cringeworthy, and it's
very
a hard line. It's a hard line.
It's very cringeworthy. What's his name?
These ancient people wrote this book. It must be alien.
Oh, look, people stacked stones on top of each other until they got to a really big height. Must have been aliens.
Yeah, there's no way with an unlimited supply of slave labor, Egypt could possibly pull rocks up a hill.
There's no.
My favorite one is there's absolutely no evidence that these were built by humans. But if you just look 30 centimeters to the left, off camera, there's perfect evidence of the rocks right there.
I love the idea that aliens would come to Earth and build a freaking stone pyramid that anybody can build.
Right.
Like, why won't the aliens come to Earth and build some beautiful, like some big building that's extravagant and impossible for humans to build at the time?
Like the monolith from 2001.
Yes. Or why don't they come to Earth and build a fucking skyscraper or like an outpost? You would think they'd build like an outpost?
But remember, the Draconians are ruling us in secret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't need a... Well, I mean, there are theories that there are, like, orbital alien research posts, I think.
Yeah, the Black Knight. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh, yeah, the Black Knight satellite.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
thing.
That's just a thermal blanket floating in space.
Yeah. It's just... No one Google searches.
What was that? I
No
didn't catch that.
no one Google searches.
Yeah. No, not at all. I actually got really angry a little while, like blood boiling angry, when I was home for the holidays with parents, and we were casually watching TV while eating dinner, and this commercial came on, and Denzel Washington said this is based on a true story, and it was about the fucking Black Knight. And it was like, and it starts with like, there is a mysterious object located in space. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. You can't say based on a true story and then start with this exists, because it never did.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't exist if it never existed.
Based on a true story, only the places, names, and actual events have been changed.
Oh, here we go. UFO in Bali.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Let's see, this looks like it's a UFO video. It looks like it's from someone's phone, which means it's legit, obviously. Here we go. It's like 20 seconds. Never mind.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Like I said, man, I'm not venting these. So
I am silent laughing so hard right now. That was amazing. Like, first, the clip is like 6 frames long, and then it's a frame of a fly.
Okay, so I'm like 2 frames into this next video, but I can already tell it's a balloon. Let me put it in here.
Before we do, can we watch the fly go by the camera again?
Yeah, do it again.
All right, is that working?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, shit, is it paused?
It's paused.
Okay,
there we go.
Like, I can't even see it in the normal speed thing.
It goes by too quickly in the first one.
Yep, there it is.
It's 2 frames. It's 2 frames of a fly. This is why I do what I do.
You know it's not legit when no one turned their head.
Right. Yeah, nobody knows that.
Yeah. You would think someone would notice that something zoomed by or get some kind of reaction out of it.
Yeah. That was incredible. All right, let's see this next one.
All right, this is awesome UFO sighting over Brazil.
That's a hot air balloon.
Are you sure it's just not a happy birthday balloon?
Wait, it might be.
It looks like one of those plastic happy birthday balloons.
Might just be, yeah, like a latex balloons. They got this for 3.5 minutes.
I mean, we don't have to watch the whole 3.5 minutes, but...
Well... Okay, I'm gonna... Nope, they lost it.
Yeah, so this is a...
Oh, there it is.
This is a flat earthers manning the camera. I can already tell by the camera work.
Yeah, 100%. That's not clear. I'm trying to get like a clear shot of it. That is a balloon. That is just a latex balloon.
It's
like it's an average balloon too. It's not like it's anything special.
Yeah, it's something that you buy a pack of 50 for $1 for.
Canadian Thomas is stuck asking if you saw a string, and I think you do.
If I can't see the string, I can see where the string should be.
Did you see the other UFO?
You relax there, doggo.
If the dog freak out,
Jesus.
Haven't you guys always heard that dogs freak out when the paranormal happens?
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
Also freak out when the Terminators are around.
Why are you just randomly zooming in?
There.
What? What you gonna do, buddy?
Is he gonna be able to find it again?
What's the plan?
Take a couple of steps.
Oh, I think he got a half a foot higher there. I think he stepped onto a deck.
Back through the power lines.
That UFO created all those clouds too.
Don't tell me he zooms in on that airplane. Don't tell me he zooms in on that airplane. No.
No. Oh, no.
No? I thought he was about to zoom in on the airplane.
I thought so too.
Oh.
Where'd the balloon go? Oh. Oh, he did it! He did it! That is a 747, babe. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm losing my mind here. So, okay. So the last video we watched was 2 frames of a fly.
Yes.
And this video is first a party balloon and then a plane.
Yes.
Like a Boeing 747. Oh.
Yes.
Is he just gonna follow the plane now? Or attempt to, badly?
This was just his filming beforehand.
You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that video by Cool Hard Logic talking about the guy who thought the airplanes were demons?
No.
Oh, that's where he got the happy pig from.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is where he got the happy pig from. Oh, found the balloon again. This camera work reminds me of that dude.
Oh, actually, exactly. The only difference is this is just his camera work. He's not filming his camera work on his TV.
You're right.
That's a good, yeah. That's a Flurf classic. Is there a motorcycle in the living room?
Oh shit! I think there was.
Yeah. At the end there, that was a def.
Okay,
all right.
sighting in my backyard.
All right.
I think this should be our last one.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. I have no idea what this is. Let's see what this is. This is 1 minute long.
There's a freaking thing in my yard. Like, dead serious. There is a alien, not an alien. There's a thing right there. Right there. Look.
What?
Right there. Oh my gosh. What is that? What the frick
It's like a tree.
Right there.
If it's a joke,
Like,
it's going to
are you
have a
seeing
punchline
this?
in the end.
Am I tripping balls right now? Look at that. What is that thing?
He is riding
What
the
is
pole
that
line
thing?
right now.
That's crazy. What the heck? What the frick? What is that? I'm kind of nervous to go outside right now. I don't know if I should. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. What the heck is that?
So
And this isn't in broad
this dude
daylight.
is
I don't
high.
understand how. What
I hope
that?
he is.
I was waiting for him to, like, at the very last second go, oh, it's just a tree.
I was waiting on a punchline. I agree.
Because, like, there was nothing there. I didn't see a thing.
All right, that one was so lackluster. I want to find one more.
Yeah, that's a bad note to end on.
Yeah, we are not ending on that. How about this? 44 views, UFO sighting, Philippines, 2019.
I missed most of that title, but let's do it.
Is he going to zoom in on the moon? Okay.
God, I hope not. All right. Shit, he might.
No way.
Oh wait, no, that's not the moon. I don't think. Oh wait, is that the edge of the moon behind a cloud?
Yes.
What? And then the cloud just moved and covered. No, I don't know what that is.
That's the moon.
You sure? So it was just the moon appearing and disappearing due to shifting cloud coverage?
I think so.
Oh,
I mean, if we're not sure, it's a UFO.
Yeah, I mean,
I miss the early 1990s. When just low-def UFO footage everywhere.
You're not wrong, man. Like, on all these VHS tapes, UFO footage.
Yeah. Those and amazing police chases. I had, for some reason, I had like 15 tapes of just like world's most epic police chases.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic. Like, do you guys know about that one where the guy stole a tank? I think it was in California.
Yeah. Or
I don't know that one.
what?
Oh, that was insane.
The guy who built his own tank and started running down all the buildings?
I never heard of or saw that. That sounds amazing. But no, this was a guy, a former military person, I think, who stole a tank from a base and just rampaged through the suburbs for a while. He was like just bulldozing through everything. and then he got on the highway and tried to go over a concrete divider and got stuck. And this is where it gets a little sad. The cops made the very snap decision to hop on the tank, open the door, and shoot him.
Oh.
Like there wasn't even a get out or anything. It was like they opened the door and just shot.
Yeah, that is a little sad. There was a
like the guy stole a tank.
Yeah.
Like he could have killed so many people. Thankfully, nobody but him died.
Yeah. There was a guy who built his own tank in his garage, and he went out. He built it from an old tractor he had, an old front loader, and he created it out of concrete and steel, and he made it to where once he got in and had it started, he couldn't get back out. And he went out and destroyed like a quarter of this small town, like many buildings in this small town, destroyed every one of them. And the police couldn't stop him. It got to the point where the police gave up on trying to stop him. They were just following him because there was no way they could have stopped him. And when he finally got the tractor stuck, he ended up shooting himself. Like the cops said, they climbed up on top, were trying to find a way in. They heard one gunshot, and ended up taking them like 3 or 4 hours before they can even get inside the dang thing. But the dude destroyed like a quarter of the town without hurting a single person, and a lot of people believe that he planned it to where he wouldn't hurt anybody, but just destroy the buildings.
Interesting.
But it's very interesting.
I think I might look that up after the stream.
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link to a video talking about that after the stream. But
it says only in America.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Only in America.
Yeah.
What, Auntie? Y'all have tank stealers and tank builders over in your place?
We've got a gang that's going around stealing dildos and butt plugs. So
wait, like going into people's homes and taking them out of like the dresser drawer?
No. So we got Peaches and Cream and Patani have been robbed a few times. People stealing butt plugs.
Wow.
Getting there. I'll see if I can find the link and I'll chuck it in the side chat before we take off.
That's amazing. Put it in the DM, but dude, that's incredible.
By the way, I do not recommend you type butt plug gang into Google. That does not come out well.
No. Don't do that. When I said earlier that we need that people need to Google search things, that's not one. That is not one.
Don't Google search that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
If you do, make sure the door's locked, the kids are in bed, and you're on the incognito tab.
And delete browser history.
Yes.
I've done that.
Oh, and when you're done, toss the computer.
All right, should we wrap this up?
I think we should, man. It's been a good stream.
It's been a lot of fun. I've been watching the live stream a bit. I haven't been too involved, but I see Canadian Thomas is there, Jim Bojo's there. Who else we got there? Any regulars that I recognize here?
Yeah, we got a couple of guys. Yeah, my roommate's in there. We got earlier we had a couple of other guys. We had NA on there, Stinger News, LT. Yeah, we had some good guys in the chat.
Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, every one of you guys.
Yeah, cheers for popping along. Even you, Gaza, showing up and showing stuff. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Well,
all right.
Thank you guys for
joining. Do this again.
We definitely do whenever I get back from LA.
For sure.
Yeah, and whenever I get back from LA and you guys can actually hear me. Exactly, point proven. All right. See you guys.
All right.
Good night.
All right.